today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And his first look is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again is Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Samuel Aguavin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record, 32nd touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
That's good. Makes the score.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Watson, he gets it left side to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Their own 26-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
This is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, his car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. And the Raiders have got him. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the...
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 60 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at...
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
29 yards.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And to find Waller, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Carr now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter does this on, like puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He was taken down by Damon Arnett. 1 yard gain. Brings up second.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Texans football to start quarter 2. The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Waller taking it in over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On second down, Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Blacklock. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 6.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
At the 9-yard line.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Number 20.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, he's going to have hair that looks like...
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, and down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to pump this one away.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
41-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a G. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Bernard McKinney on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Here's Carr. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and...
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the silver and black continue to roll. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Pass complete to number 80.
A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans claw one back. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. I mean, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He sets to fire deep. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Texans have burned the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll let this go. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. In the final seconds of the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Texans 7.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down behind the line of
and plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice trying to get there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, Johnson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And the Raiders have got him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
5-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it in, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Coleman. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 18-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And maybe he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
That's the end.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Watson on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Brandon Cooks.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And
at this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And Cooks hands it over the middle.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
To Brandon Cooks.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the Raiders' 35 yards.
From the gun, Watson. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Again, it's Watson. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Houston.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 3-yard line.
Watson going to try and run it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Marcus Joyner on the tackle.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to
open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
To Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. And this one through the uprights and good. So that drives 7 plays in length. Finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
So out come the Raiders. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And got his man complete. You go like this. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Complete.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Watson. The ball is out. Watson lost it.
defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was...
It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders have recovered. The big fella. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it.
Brandon Cooks, he's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't...
And it's caught inside the 30. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Here's Carr going for it all. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. From the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Watson looks to throw again. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
On the play. Recovered by...
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now, this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out comes Houston. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
exactly.
forward.
Take a break.
And the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One last throw here for Watson. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for